And we have a special guest and a special opportunity to share this documentary that is going to be informative and enlightening. So, Sister Ejna, would you introduce, and Adriana, tell us who's Diego and what are we about to witness here?
Wonderful. Thank you.
Go ahead, Adriana. You could introduce him.
Are we live?
We are live, but we're looking to you to introduce Diego.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank
Yeah,
you.
let's see your
Thank
face
you.
again. We want to see you.
Okay.
All right. There you are. So, Adriana, this is your chance to introduce Diego to us.
Thank you so much. It is an honor and privilege to be here in World Unity Week. It's been a long journey, hand in hand, heart in heart, spirit to spirit with our elders, our beloved brother Phil Lane Jr., our beloved sister Eshna Fleury. And today we have the greatest opportunity to bring you to this amazing platform of World Unity Week that it's been backed up with so many spirits and hearts and minds as Ben Boulder, John Raymer, Adel Kassam, and so many behind the scenes bringing us together in this looking for our peace inside as in peace on earth. And today it is my honor and privilege to introduce you our beloved brother, Diego Iorio. He is a documentalist, he is a chasqui, he's a pilgrimage, and he is been working with our elders all the way from Argentina to Mexico, bringing together these stories, the words, the messages, the blessings from our elders. And it is my honor and privilege to give the word to my beloved grandmother, Eshna Fleury, to introduce us Diego. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone who is here. And we're sending out this pulse to expand consciousness and open our hearts ever more and bring humanity into a new civilization. And Iorio is a visionary and he has a special calling. And we are, all of us, being gathered synchronistically by spirit. So it is no accident that we are here together right now, and that, thank heavens, we have this recording, because we will send this forward to all of our communities, and I encourage everyone to do so. So the timing has always been just perfect. When I had just a few moments early one morning and Diego was available, Adriana introduced us, and then we were able to come forward to get ready for this. So Diego, please introduce your work, please. We are so anxious to hear and see this. I know it's beautiful.
Hello to everyone. Thank you very much, Ejna, Adriana, Sean, and also this beautiful space of World Unity Week. Indeed, we are calling to this big union of nations, of all the law of origin of all the territories. No, I'm here from the south, from Argentina. I will try to do my best to express myself in English. And as Adriana told, I'm like a messenger. No, I'm a chasqui in the Andes. In Andes cultures here from the south, it's called the chasqui, the messenger. It's the bridger, no, the one who connects. It's like this human bird that I have here in the back. It's the human bird is connecting and taking all the spiritual nectar, the gold of different kinds of territories to share it to all the people, to all society, no? So it's a big call. It's a big call from the spirit that we really all have to reunite again and to start building the only one humanity, no? And this humanity really has to connect with the law of origin of all the territories. This law of origin is the spiritual gold that all the elders from different First Nations had been keeping, no? And now in these times of the big prophecies, it's time to give this spiritual gold to the bridgers, yes, because there is a responsibility of giving this gold, of opening all this wisdom to all humanity, no? Because it's time to really connect to those principles of origin, no? That here in the South, it is called the sumac causai. It's the way of the good living, no? And now it's a very special time, yes, because we are in solstice here in the South, from the equator line from the South, we are in the winter solstice. And from the equator line to the North, it's the summer solstice, no? So it's very special for us here in the North because it's a new year. We are celebrating a new year. Here in the counting of time, the year is 5,530 years. Yes, it is the measure, the big measure of time. Yes, that it's about suns. We are talking about suns. Yes, 1,000 years it represents a sun, one sun. So 5,000 years we are in the fifth sun, going to the sixth sun. Okay, and in this way we are all receiving the words of the prophecies. And here in the South we call the Pachakuti. It's the Pachakuti of Light, the prophecy of the South. Yes, and Pachakuti, Pacha express space and time, and Kuti in the original language of Quechua nation, Kuti is the other way, no, to roll over. So what is going to roll over? 500 years of darkness. Yes, from 1992 it comes it roll over and it starts 500 years of light. It's a new Pachakuti of time, no? A package of 500 years of light is coming right now. And all the First Nations are talking about these prophecies, no? From the North, it's calling about the rainbow warriors, yes, the big Mastai, the prophecy of the Kaokaan, the big serpent of light in the Mayan cultures. Yes, the prophecies of the white animals, yes, that they are giving us these big signals that there's a big change of time, no? The shift of times. So I've been working since 10 years, yes, for probably 13 years. I've been working visiting different kinds of elders, yes, from this Abya Yala. Yes, America, it's not the correct way to say America, no? The original name of all this territory is the Abya Yala, yes, from the North, from the South, and we are reconnecting all these big nations, no? The nation of the eagle, the nation with the Cóndor in the South, and the nation in the center of the Quetzal or the human bear, no? And what does it mean this? That the mind from the North is connecting with the heart of the Cóndor from the South, no? And when the mind connects with the heart, we really can talk with our heart, no? The expression. And the Quetzal talking with this only one word, no? So in this work, we want to share with you a documentary that I made in this big pilgrim that I make in the Abya Yala. Yes, I walked like for 2 years, my first big pilgrim, visiting different territories from Argentina to Chile to Bolivia, Peru, Ecuador, Colombia, and really knowing all these elders, yes, that were keeping all this wisdom, yes, and they were like wanting to share it, yes, to the new walkers, to the new bridgers, that in these times of prophecies, we are the ones who are prepared to receive that knowledge, because we are making the integration of bloods, we are making the integration of codes, no? And in this way, we are talking again about Pachamama, about what is the steps that we have to take on how to care Pachamama, no? And in this big pilgrim, I started meeting these elders, and it was very beautiful because they were keeping fires for this Pachakuti of Light that was coming right now in 1992. No, they were guardians of all this energy that is awaking now, and it's calling all us to be together, no, in a big circle. It's not now like we have to really go from this pyramid way of thinking to the circle, no? We have to come again to that way of thinking, that we are in a big circle of life, and in this way we really know what we have to share, no? And all these elders really start giving their knowledge, no? And this I started filming them in all these pilgrim and sharing with them, because it's not so easy to put a camera in to an elder, no, and start to make an interview. You really have to live with them and have different kinds of experience. So in this documentary, I tried to take those pearls, no, of that wisdom and start to weave it all together and make this documentary that is my first documentary, that it's called Pachakuti, the journey, yes. And this documentary is the expression of the voices of different elders that I've found in my trip of 2 years, and they are talking about the same thing, yes, about the awakening of consciousness, about this Pachakuti, about this time of prophecies. And I'm really grateful to be here with you, sharing in this big circle, because we really have to be united again, all the nations, yes. And also wanted to share with you in this documentary, I put in the first part little trailers of my other documentaries, yes, that you can watch. You're gonna watch a little fragment of a big ceremony that was made in India, yes, the great Kiva that travels. There are 40 elders from the Abya Yala to India, to the east. Yes, it was an epic ceremony, that it was a big prayer for the healing of all the sacred rivers of all the world, no? So each elder took a little code of water of their own river to this big meeting, yes, that it was made, this big ceremony, the Kiva was made in front of the Kumbh Mela, yes, a big meeting in the east, no? And this last documentary that I'm post-production, it's talk about this, no, the great meetings of elders, yes. Society must know that there is another way of connecting with Pachamama, yes, and must know that there are lots of people with beautiful hearts connecting with their own mission, with their own purpose of life, building this new humanity, no, of light. So giving you so much love with this sharing of my first documentary. It's my first like expression of love. So beautiful here to be with you in this big circle of life, to share with you this material. Yeah. So big love from here.
Big love, brother. We are so honored to do this. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to turn the film on. We're going to watch it together. So let's see here. All right. Here we go.
En primer lugar, traigo mensaje de la nación del Collasuyo, desde Bolivia y Argentina, que los hermanos me han pedido encarecidamente que llegue hasta aquí volando como el cóndor blanco, trayendo nuestro mensaje para reconocernos como hermanos, para poder vernos la cara y abrazarnos después de tanta separación. Hemos traído mensaje de amor, de paciencia, de comprensión, de poder compartir todas nuestras sabidurías. En algún momento la humanidad se tenía que volver a encontrar para unir nuestro pedido y unir estos continentes a través de que todos somos de la misma raíz, humanos. Muchas gracias.
Nosotros como Raíces de la Tierra, la Kiva Cumbamela la hicimos en el Cumba de este 2019, en donde se reúnen los 3 ríos en la ciudad de Allahabad, que fue donde cayó una de las gotas de la inmortalidad. En ese lugar nos dimos reunión por primera vez en la India, los abuelos ancestrales de las diferentes partes de América, algunas zonas de Asia también que vinieron a acompañarnos.
Un viaje, una misión, ecos de voces antiguas, un rezo, una profecía, una leyenda cobra vida. Es tiempo de despertar, de conectar con nuestra esencia. I am. Un llamado de la tierra. Tiempos de liberación. Tiempos de acción. Tiempos de paz. Somos agentes de cambio. Trayendo la unidad. Conciencia. Somos la esperanza. El tiempo es ahora. Somos guardianes de la tierra. Todos somos parte de esta historia. La naturaleza nos llama.
Todos los pueblos son originarios. Todos los pueblos tienen que volver.
Alfa mamita, Wauki Guaira, waukiyaku yupaychani sumaq achi sumaq kawsayta kushkamanta yupaychani kaypi kanchik ñukanchik ayllu llaqta Walalkay kaypi kawsakunchik ñukanchik taytawan ñukanchik mamawan wawkikunawan tukuywan kawsakunchik.
En esta época que estamos viviendo, la misma tierra está en un momento crítico y la civilización también. Y todos nosotros estamos a punto para participar en la decisión a dónde vamos.
Cuando las almas supieron que en la Tierra, en este planeta, había un proyecto de concientización de los seres para hacer este trabajo de anclaje de estas energías de experiencia entre oscuridad y luz, muchas almas decidieron venir a experimentar los principios de una nueva raza capaz de ayudar y colaborar en este proceso.
Muchos espíritus de otros mundos están hoy día encarnando aquí en la Tierra, los famosos niños índigo cristal, para aprovechar las condiciones que la Tierra ofrece. La Tierra da un salto cuantitativo y cualitativo hacia la cuarta dimensión.
Todas las almas que elegimos nacer en este momento en el planeta, hemos decidido participar de este proceso que tiene que ver, sí, con un salto vibracional, con un salto cuántico de frecuencias, pero no es absolutamente nada nuevo, ni es la primera vez que sucede. Hemos perdido la memoria de las veces que antes sucedió.
El plan se empezó a entender en el 2000 a.C. como traer el cielo a la tierra, como unificar esas dos polaridades de los que estaban en la tierra y de los que vinieron del cielo. Empezar a unificar todo este conocimiento y hacer un plan que trabaje desde aquí, anclados a toda la totalidad.
Nos aproximamos a algo grande para la Tierra y particularmente para Sudamérica.
América es el continente donde está el flujo de energía más concentrado en esta época. Hablamos nosotros de restablecer la ruta sagrada de América, de el nuevo despertar, como fue hace tantos miles de años, de los vórtices de energía, de la corriente cerebroespinal de la columna vertebral de América, corriente que está activando los centros magnéticos que estuvieron dormidos muchos años, los vórtices de energía o chakras de la Tierra. Es una corriente que pasa por toda América, que une los dos polos, y está reactivándose ahora. El ser humano ya ha sufrido mucho, ya ha habido mucha guerra, violencias, pobreza, explotación. Ahora ya viene un gran cambio, el despertar de la conciencia.
Y entender que lo que estamos viviendo y sentir que lo que estamos viviendo es un proceso en el que estamos enmarcados como humanidad, donde intervienen una cantidad de fuerzas cósmicas. Somos pequeños en el universo. Y si somos pequeños en el universo, entonces todas esas influencias nos abruman, nos llevan, nos traen. Somos el escenario donde muchas fuerzas cósmicas se debaten.
En este momento estamos hablando de la profecía del Pachakuti andina, estamos hablando de la profecía maya, son nuestros pueblos ancestrales. O sea, ellos dijeron qué teníamos que hacer y a qué teníamos que atenernos en esta época. Entonces, no se les puede menospreciar de ninguna manera. Tuvieron conocimientos muy elevados y hoy los estamos como rescatando.
Entonces es como contagiarle a todo el mundo esa otra sensación que uno tiene tan clara, ¿no? Que los indígenas, la tradición y todo lo ancestral tiene las claves del futuro, las claves de poder resolver esta crisis planetaria tan terrible. Ahí están las claves.
En el mundo andino se habla de un proceso bastante interesante, el proceso del retorno.
Haciendo nuestra ceremonia de la fe ancestral, ofreciendo ofrenda a nuestra Madre Tierra planetaria, pues estamos para reforzar la resistencia de la atmósfera de nuestra planeta Tierra. Madre mía, por favor, ayúdame, lo que tengo que hacer.
Entonces ahora es el cambio, ahora es recordar, el Pacha está regresando, la Pacha está volviendo, preguntando, porque a la Pacha nos hemos olvidado, antes estábamos como matrimoniados, como casados. Lo que nosotros estamos enseñando es el abuelo fuego, la madre tierra, el aire, el agua, el sol, Tatainti, la noche. La gente no nos damos de cuenta que estas cosas, dadores, que no sirve, sino es que sirve. La tierra está vivo, escucha, por eso produce, por eso nosotros vivimos hasta ahora bien.
La razón de ser de esta esfera es el traslado espiritual del ser humano conjuntamente con toda esta creación hacia niveles superiores que deben estar preparadas para este fin determinado.
La sabiduría andina o la fe ancestral es uno de los grandes, uno de los necesarios para la vida humana en todo campo.
4 palabras que estamos soltando para la humanidad: conexión, alimentación, purificación y fortalecimiento. Comenzar a practicar, a realizar los pensamientos de los sabios.
En esta nueva era que está comenzando es como una posibilidad a comenzar esa unión, esa recodificación de las enseñanzas de la Tierra y de las enseñanzas del universo. Los originarios de la Tierra nos puedan enseñar a nosotros cómo es realmente estar conectados con la Tierra, y los del universo dar herramientas para que la Tierra nos ayude a conectarnos con esa gran totalidad.
celestiano alumbra el mundo enterito. Y na, 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 ni. Nosotros, como nativos en la selva, ya estamos sintiendo nosotros, estamos sintiendo la enfermedad.
Si deja de fluir el río, dice el abuelo, vamos a tener problemas en la sangre y en el corazón. Si deja de cantar los grillos al atardecer, vamos a tener problemas en recogernos, en llamar el ajayo, en concentrar nuestras fuerzas. Si deja de cantar las aves en las mañanas, no tendremos la capacidad de percibir a las otras formas de existencia. Es decir, todo está complementado. Si falta una especie, algo falta en nuestra vida. Por lo tanto, Pachakuti se va a reordenar. Y nosotros también tenemos que reordenarnos. Pero no solamente en el concepto individual o solamente humano, sino en el concepto comunidad. Algo está sucediendo en el multiverso, en la vida, en la Pachamama. Los insectos lo saben, las plantas lo saben. El ser humano debe saber que estamos en tiempos de Pachakuti. Se está reordenando la vida.
La palabra Pacha está relacionado con el tiempo y el espacio. Pero no solamente es tiempo y espacio. Pacha involucra también la materia y la energía. Y estaríamos hablando aquí de un principio estrictamente tetraléctico. Y el término kuti viene de kutiña, que quiere decir volver. Kutiña es el verbo volver. Y kuti es lo que vuelve, lo que retorna.
Perdimos el consejo original, el sencillo. Ahí está perdida la humanidad, nos desconectamos de ese consejo. Y el consejo, cuando yo hablo, es el consejo primigenio, el que da la madre. O sea, el consejo que uno observa en la tierra, en los animales. Perdimos esa capacidad, ese ritmo de ver en la madre directamente el consejo del pájaro, de la hormiga, del orden natural, el calendario ecológico, la ciencia de las estrellas y toda la virtud y la magia de la tierra.
Hemos olvidado los principios de la vida universal y los hemos trastocado en una superficialidad del existir, porque hay que diferenciar entre el vivir y el existir. En el mundo andino se habla del sumacamaña, que es el buen vivir, pero a esto todavía hay que añadir otros dos conceptos más. El sumacamaña es la forma espiritual de manifestar la vida, la existencia. Pero tenemos también el sumajacaña, que son los procesos directamente relacionados con la psicofisiología. Y tenemos el suma utaña, que quiere decir el lugar donde residimos. Si nosotros armonizamos, equilibramos estos procesos, entonces no vamos a estar rompiendo el cordón umbilical que nos une a los procesos de orden cósmico.
Nuestra tradición o tradiciones indígenas entendimos que la comunidad es como un círculo que incluya a todas las diferentes clases de personas y todas las diferentes formas de vida. Hemos olvidado que estamos conectados. Hemos caído en solamente ver las diferencias, en vez de celebrarles como diferentes flores en un jardín.
En un principio, todo respondía al principio, al orden, a la ley. Todo esto fue creado bajo un plan divino. Los biólogos superiores, los formadores, los arquitectos decanos universales, generaron en sus mentes este plan de vida aquí en nuestro planeta Tierra. Todos por jerarquía, desde el primer momento, tienen un poder, tienen una comisión, tienen un propósito. La tortuga es la madre formadora del tiempo, representa la eternidad. A través de ella se ha medido el tiempo, es generadora, es de los principios sagrados de todas las tradiciones. Los mayas las consideran la generadora, la formadora, la que otorga el poder de la vida. La tortuga es consagrada, es venerada, es honrada como un nahual de la tierra, como guardianes de la tierra. Aquí están cumpliendo la misión. La ballena, el delfín, el venado, el jaguar, son nahuales de la tierra. Tienen un poder más grande, están en un estado superior de conciencia. Su misión es inalterable. Ellos no cambian de comisión. Ellos no se vulneran por la codicia, por la lascivia, por el oro, por la fantasía. Ellos cumplen en un orden perfecto con el programa que se les encomendó. Ellos cumplen con ser animales, cumplen con la sabiduría del animal, tejen la vida. Nosotros estamos fuera de ese orden, nos salimos de ese orden y eso es lo que debemos mirar, los espejos sagrados de nuestros animales y compañeros en la vida.
Lo que es trascendental es capturar esa sabiduría tan profunda y darse cuenta de que el monocultivo, como el monoteísmo, como el monólogo, son muy occidentales. Y nosotros no que planteamos lo polisémico, planteamos lo pluricultural, existe sagrado. Y en nuestra cosmovisión el sol y la luna es Tatainti y Mamapaxi, abuelo sol, abuela luna, mamá Pachamama, madre tierra, Pachacamac, centro de la galaxia. Yo me estoy refiriendo en un sentido filial a esas cosas. Entonces, la relación espiritual que tiene el hombre originario con la naturaleza es filial. Eres hijo de la tierra, hijo de la montaña, hijo del río, hermano del aire, hermano del venado.
Cuando una persona tiene valor que quiere poner a la Pachamama y quiere estar en contacto con la Pachamama, sí se puede hacer. Necesitamos juntarnos y todo nuestro compartir y enseñarnos mutuamente cómo es la Pachamama.
Los andinos vivían bajo 3 columnas fundamentales para vivir bien: el Yachay, el Munay, el Yankay. Es decir, aprende y enseña, ama, trabaja. Que podemos sintetizar eso en trabaja con amor enseñando.
Dentro de nuestra memoria ancestral hay una cantidad de valores y atributos que estas raíces no perdieron nunca y que por algún motivo de recordarlas están volviendo a salir a flote. Los abuelos, las abuelas tienen que estar cerca de las decisiones del Estado. ¿Y por qué tienen que estar cerca de las decisiones del Estado? Porque son los dueños originarios. Y 2, porque quizás son las personas que más amor, resistencia, paciencia, comprensión han tenido con respecto a todo lo que es el país. No solamente han resguardado un tesoro vivo, sino que además han tenido la paciencia de vivir en condiciones terribles, de una discriminación histórica, y a pesar de eso siguen dispuestos a entregarlos para el bien de todos. Son héroes nacionales. O sea, son estas almas que generación tras generación se fueron pasando información para ver si algún día, digamos, la totalidad, valorábamos de lo que estaban hablando y 2, lo retomáramos y lo pudiéramos llevar a una forma de ser y de vivir, a una forma de coexistir totalmente distinta a la que conocemos.
Muchos de estos pueblos originarios lo que hicieron fue mantenerse conectados a la tierra sin tener relación directa con las civilizaciones que mantenían conexión con el universo, para poder seguir con esta genética y tarde o temprano, cuando la volvamos a necesitar y volvamos a tener que reconectarnos unos con otros, ellos pudieran decirnos cómo hacerlo con la tierra, cómo conectarnos con la tierra otra vez.
Hanana, 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 hanana. Huele, 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 huele. La fuerza masculina con un triángulo hacia arriba, la fuerza femenina con un triángulo hacia abajo. Entonces hacemos como un reloj de arena. Esto simplifica a nosotros el inicio de la existencia. La mujer siempre está arriba. ¿Por qué? Dicen nuestros abuelos. ¿Por qué siempre se la nombra primero a la mujer cuando hablamos? Porque la mujer dice es más grande y tiene más poder que el hombre. Entonces, como es la que manda más, es la que se nombra primero. Van ahí cuando los abuelos hablan y se refieren a los abuelitos creadores, dicen Seschem Ses, Yamatyapsun Gamakia. Siempre nombran a la mujer primero. Dice la cacica creadora o la vieja giradora. Pero siempre se nombra primero a la mujer, dicen los abuelos, porque es la que tiene fuerza.
Cuando nosotros perdimos nuestra conexión fue por miedo y por culpa. Hemos tenido mucho sobre los hombros ese estigma.
Nuestra sociedad tan moderna, tan tecnológica, tan avanzada, lo que busca es que las mujeres oculten su luna, que pase desapercibida, luna me refiero a la sangre de la mujer cuando baja después de un ciclo.
¿Qué hace la luna? ¿Qué hace la luna? La luna es la de los ciclos. Imagínense. ¿Qué hace la luna a la tierra? ¿Qué hace? Es la responsable del nacimiento, del crecimiento, de las aguas, de las mareas. Eso somos las mujeres cuando podemos entrar en nuestro verdadero ciclo. Somos las responsables de que pueda haber esa vida armónica, que es lo que justo ahora está pasando. Las aguas están desbocadas, el fuego está desbocado, todo está difícil, no está el ciclo completo. Si el ciclo llega, el ciclo es armónico. ¿Qué tal que cuando nosotros miráramos a la luna que iba a ser creciente no fuera, o no fuera, o fuera menguante? Nos desestabilizaríamos mucho. Eso mismo nos está pasando a las mujeres y al planeta, porque no somos responsables de nuestro ciclo.
Es como que las mujeres pudiéramos tener la posibilidad de valorarnos desde eso que biológicamente también nos constituye, ¿sí? Por ejemplo, ese proceso de la luna, de la menstruación y el cuidado durante esos primeros meses, porque de ahí depende cómo nos vamos a relacionar posteriormente con ese proceso biológico, cómo lo vamos a aceptar, cómo lo vamos a valorar y cómo nos vamos a relacionar con los hombres, qué vamos a recibir de los hombres cada vez que tengamos una intimidad sexual con ellos.
Nosotras las mujeres somos iniciadas en el cuerpo físico. Hay 3 iniciaciones fundamentales en la vida de nosotras, que son la menstruación, el embarazo y parto, que el embarazo puede no ser solamente de hijos físicos, pero es un embarazo y un parto, y la última iniciación es la menopausia. Todas estas iniciaciones tienen que ver con la sangre, con el proceso, el hilo rojo que nos une a todas las mujeres del planeta. Podemos ser amarillas, blancas, negras, azules, pero a todas nos une una sola cosa, la unión de la sangre en nuestra menstruación. Pero hemos perdido la conexión con la luna, hemos perdido nuestro ciclo, hemos perdido lo cíclica que somos y nos hemos quedado en lo lineal. Ha sido muy difícil para nosotras las mujeres porque no teníamos un arquetipo al cual nosotros podíamos encontrarnos con él.
Santa de Rocuyos, Canguere, Yale. Yakin Rakandi, soy Yakin Rakandi, no cover Wakakandi, Rakandaka Shamai, Maton Yudati. Sawung Yudati.
Ua maton ua sina nariki aquí, matonui batana, maton aquí da ua bua semana ua, maton yura aquí, maton yura pico suni ua.
Respeto a nuestra Madre Tierra, respeto a todos estos sobrenaturales, tener en cuenta entre nosotros.
Buscar una armonía con la naturaleza, con salir de sus cajones, de sus mentes cuadradas, a vivir el círculo. El indio de los Andes, del Amazonas, su pensamiento es circular, no es cuadrado.
El egoísmo viene del sentido de estar separado y del miedo. Mi mayor maestro dice que el miedo es el peor pecado, porque si somos parte de Dios, ¿de qué vamos a tener miedo? La necesidad de conquistar también viene de inseguridad. De ser agresivo, manipulativa, también viene de inseguridad. Una persona que está fuerte y seguro en sí mismo puede ser suave, puede ser gentil, amoroso. Y esas son las cualidades de nuestras tradiciones ancestrales de todo el mundo. Lo que enseñó Jesús, lo que enseñó Buda, y lo que es la base de nuestra cultura indígena, es vivir del corazón, no vivir de la mente.
El hombre tiene dos conciencias. Una conciencia muy cerebral, que es la que razona, y una conciencia solar, que es la que intuye. A esa tenemos que llegar.
Esa conciencia está dentro de nosotros, es la que nos guía en nuestro camino. Pero ¿qué es lo que hacemos ahora? La desobedecemos, no la escuchamos, queremos no escucharla. Que nada nos interrumpa nuestro camino según el que escojamos. Porque solo hay dos caminos en la vida. Dicen que hay muchos, pero no. Solo hay dos. Equilibrio y armonía. Negativo y positivo. ¿Cuál quieres? ¿Cuál escoges?
El ser humano tiene la posibilidad, solo la posibilidad, de lograr una conciencia individual. Creemos que dentro del ciclo, o nuevamente el círculo de la conciencia, partimos de una conciencia colectiva, ¿no? Cuando la humanidad empieza a desarrollarse, parte del clan, de la tribu, y desarrolla una conciencia colectiva, que es muy buena, ¿no? Es lo que le sirvió para defenderse de los dinosaurios y para cazar los mamuts, ¿no? Era necesario actuar en grupo, pensar en grupo. Luego, los planes del universo eran que realmente uno logre, ¿no?, la conciencia individual. Es lo que llamamos realmente el plan de la individuación. Entonces el ser humano se aparta de la tribu, del clan, y empieza a desarrollar el bendito ego, ¿no? Pero el ego no es una maldición, no es un demonio que llevamos dentro, sino es parte de un plan divino, ¿no? Es parte de una herramienta que tenemos que aprender a usar, a desarrollar y a saber soltar en el momento justo. Entonces el tema de la individuación es un tema que a veces algunas personas no comprenden y lo consideran como algo negativo, porque no entienden realmente el concepto total o la perspectiva mayor que hace que entendamos que partimos de una colectividad. Es necesario lograr una individuación y luego regresar a una conciencia colectiva.
Cuando hablamos de un despertar de la conciencia, nunca podríamos decir que es el mismo despertar para todos. Dentro de las tradiciones espirituales más profundas, el despertar es el primer estadio del ser que se hace consciente de su propia luz o de su propia divinidad. Pues el despertar vendría la búsqueda, no perderse en el laberinto de la búsqueda, producir un encuentro. Y el punto importante en el hecho de producir un encuentro sería encontrar qué. Lo que le queda a cada ser despierto por encontrar es un camino cierto y verdadero para él que lo lleve y lo conduzca hacia el conocimiento de sí mismo y hacia el conocimiento de la conciencia divina.
No es que nosotros estamos en búsqueda del espíritu, sino que es que el espíritu se busca a sí mismo a través de nosotros. ¿Sí? Está haciendo memoria, está despertando en nosotros.
La conciencia va a tener un despertar natural, no necesita de nada más que los tiempos lleguen para que la conciencia de uno comience a revelarse dentro de ella misma toda la grandeza de los abuelos que fueron sacrificados impunemente y que esas vidas no se perdieron al azar o ya se olvidaron, no, ¿no? Esto sigue, nada más que volvemos a lo mismo, necesitamos los tiempos.
Pues eso, recordar que nosotros somos sagrados, ¿no? Que nosotros somos sagradas, que es pues, ese espíritu de la conciencia divina, de Dios, del Ometeo que está presente dentro de nosotras y nosotras, ¿no? Que es esa conciencia crística, ¿no? La conciencia de la suprema personalidad de Dios, o como le queramos llamar, Gran Espíritu, ¿no? Pachamama. Estamos recordando y este entretejido, ¿no? De un templo a otro templo, ¿no? Es pues una manera en que vamos recobrando las rutas, ¿no? Como mensajeros, ¿no? Que nos lleva a los chasquis, ¿no? Los chasquis del sur, que son los mensajeros que llevaban el mensaje de una nación a otra nación, de una tribu a otra tribu, anunciando los acontecimientos, anunciando los tiempos, ¿no? Que estamos pues, en este tiempo, en este espacio, en este Pachakuti, que es poder reconocer que esa enseñanza de los templos, de esa enseñanza de los caminos, la recibimos nosotros dentro de nuestro templo, como instrumentos.
Pues seguir el camino que ya nos indicaron los abuelos, así como lo hicieron ellos, la alianza a través de estos ritos espirituales, donde se compartían ellos el alimento, lo que nos da la vida, compartían las semillas y compartían la medicina sagrada, que es la que nos conecta con la verdadera esencia de la vida. Actualmente la tecnología y la industria pues no han hecho más que, al contrario, deteriorar lo que nos debería dar la fuerza y la existencia para la vida, que es a través de los alimentos, y eso es lo que ahorita nos preocupa porque nos están deteriorando mucho. Ya no es como antiguamente, buscaban crear alimentos que nos fortalecieran, nos dieran fuerza, así como lo fue el maíz, el cacao, el chile, el jitomate, todas esas plantas y frutos sagrados, y que hoy vemos con tristeza que es solamente producir mucho, aunque no sea buena calidad, más bien es toda baja calidad, o si se puede sintético, y eso es lo que está acabando con la vida humana. Entonces eso es lo que hoy estamos trabajando, rescatando nuestras ciencias antiguas, nuestros conocimientos antiguos.
Tenemos que peregrinar, tenemos que visitar los centros magnéticos del planeta, tenemos que hacer ceremonias, hacer oración, tenemos que elevar la mente y conectarnos con el plano espiritual. Podemos hacer caminatas de poder, podemos hacer rituales, ceremonias para hacer el contacto con ese plano. ¿Qué ceremonias? Las ceremonias de nuestras tradiciones, de todas, porque todas son sagradas. Tradiciones de América, tradiciones de los Lakota, de los mayas, de los incas, de los mexicas, de los otomíes, de los hebreos, de la Kabbalah, no importa el nombre, todas son tradiciones sagradas. Lo importante es la intención del ser humano, la conexión con el espíritu, la conexión con la luz.
Un día el ser humano va a florecer, pero cuando se dé cuenta de que ese florecer va a ser producto del complemento de las otras formas de existencia. Todos nos están dando su canto, todos, y su brillo. Nosotros no estamos asimilando ese brillo y ese canto. Cuando sepamos aceptar, cuando sepamos asimilar todo lo que nos está dando la vida, recién floreceremos. Ese es un llamado ahora. Los pueblos indígenas originarios están llamando a ese camino. Tenemos que florecer. Es un tiempo importante para todos nosotros, no solamente para el humano, sino para todas las formas de existencia. Este es un profundo llamado de la Madre Tierra. Y cuando despertamos en ese mar por la Madre Tierra, el grito, el canto de la Madre Tierra es un compromiso. Y ese compromiso tiene que ser de manera honesta.
No niego que existe la maldad. No niego que existe la injusticia. No ignoro que existe falsedad, el odio, la traición y la malicia. No niego que existen inframundos, como tampoco ignoro los infiernos, el horror, la mentira y el robo, y todo lo que causa sufrimientos. Hoy es tiempo de soñar que todos los colores se hermanan para construir el árbol de la vida, donde reine la paz, la justicia y la libertad.
nó nó xí được buông iki cái hai nó xí được buông iki cái nó to hai nó xí được buông iki cái hấp cậu.
Wow, Diego. Oh my gosh. All right. Wow. Adriana, I'm going to bring you. And Ejna, you want to be in this conversation? I'm going to add you as well. I'm going to add
Yes,
myself.
yes. Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm going to say the first words because I know I'm the elder here. And this conversation, we have about 40 minutes left to have a conversation, to dialogue, to interact. But what I want to do is to remind us of this beauty, this love in our hearts. Just to take in, so this conversation can take place in our devotion, in our humility, in our awe, in our reverence for creation and for this time, so that when we talk here, we're really present, because this is what's needed. We need to come together in openness and in wonder, and to truly connect. So I just want to frame our time together right now, to be in the greatest love and compassion and reverence for all that is happening right now, for our human family. So thank you for letting me open. It's actually a prayer. This is a prayer. Yeah. So yeah.
May it be so. May it be so.
So maybe we could invite the response, because there are so many elements that are being addressed and brought forward here. Consciousness, eternity, connection. This Pachakuti, it's a whole huge packet of time. Not just one Pachakuti, but there are infinite Pachakutis also. So when we come with our not only awe, but that we have a responsibility. We're alive, we're functioning, we're doing things, and how we talk is going to also govern maybe how we can move forward from here. So I would like everybody, whenever we speak, to maybe also be conscious that others would probably like to share, so that we can have anyone who wants to bring your voice and your love forward can do that. So thank you.
Adriana, you want to say anything as well? And people are welcome to raise your hands if you want to join the conversation. Yeah.
Thank you, Brother John. And I'm still processing the messages that my heart received through this morning, through the eyes and the walks and the circles and the fires that our beloved brother Diego has put in such a masterpiece to share with the world, bringing the voices of our elders all through Abiyayala. And I see a young walker, a Chasqui, a young Chasqui in that documentary. And in this picture, I see a bearded man with white hairs, with his always beautiful eyes, with his smile, with his open heart. And I honor, and I honor, and I honor all that pilgrimage that our beloved brother Diego, with his camera and his spirit, with that belief, with that understanding of his mission as a Chasqui. And I mirror myself in a very smaller way, but it's been a process that we've been doing, bringing this gold that our brother Diego was talking about, bringing this world, bringing these bridges up so we can all recuperate these roots of coming together in diversity, in our own ways, but with love and respect to honor Mother Earth and our ancestral wisdom. So thank you, Sister Ashna, for bringing us together. Thank you, Brother John, World Unity Week, and we're here to maybe listen to questions that our audience can do to Diego, so we have a wider understanding of this mission of being a Chasqui. Thank you, Brother John.
Yeah. And Diego, I want to give you a chance to share. What was that like for you?
Oh, yes, thank you very much to have this experience of sharing this documentary to English speakers. No, it's my first time that I'm sharing this documentary to the north, to the Eagle Nation. No, and I know that maybe in Europe also they are also viewing this documentary. So it's beautiful that these words can fly, no, to other territories, and this is the great possibility that documentaries gives, no, because we can take the voices of the elders to different kinds of territories, no, and that voice is really transforms like a poem, no, it's like the poem of big flowers, no, that have that special nectar that goes to our hearts, no, and it expands our hearts like flowers, no. So yes, I'm really grateful when it comes to this experience of sharing documentary, no. I didn't share it online, no, in the social medias, because I'm traveling and making special presentations where I love to have this meeting with people, no, the open voices with people to share and to have different to share the different experience, no, what really awakes in the people when they connect with the voices of the elders, no, and also trying to connect with elders from territories, no, and invite them to these meetings, because in a way it's not only the documentary, no, it's like an excuse of meeting all together and start talking, no, and start arising the new councils. We are that is the great mission, no, that we are united again to really form the new councils, no. So
you know, Diego,
I'm really grateful about this.
Yeah, I was going to say, for me, as I watch, it's the arc of time, the recognition that the story we were born into is really just a story we've made up. In fact, we are really becoming non-state actors, taking back our sovereignty. And the story that it's from 1648, when in Westphalia, when they made this whole thing up into nation states that were rooted around territories to end the wars, religious wars. They said, okay, and we've given the world the power in these territories, their sovereignty. But that's not working, and we have a new medium now where we're not connected by territory. We're all here from all over right now, discovering our sovereignty and the ability that we have to connect and learn about each other and learn how we can organize together. Because I know that's the inspiration for so many of us here, all of us here, is we want to change the way we're going. We need to change our direction. And having this, the wisdom that this carries, and the words of the elders as a guide for us is just invaluable as we, get over our human supremacy and realize we are nature within nature. And I just think this is a turning point for humanity. This new medium is enabling us to connect now around our values and our interests. And this kind of content, what you've created here, your passion for it, is a resource that is just immeasurably valuable. And I want to open it up if others in the room have questions. Here we are really living the reunion of the Quetzal and the Condor and the Eagle.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
I wanted to say also that that in this simple meeting we are connecting the north, the center, and the south. Eshna is in the north, Adriana is in the center, and I in the south. The nation of the Cóndor. So Eagle, Quetzal, and Cóndor are here in this room.
Yeah.
So beautiful, beautiful.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right. So I'm looking to the room to see if we have any questions. If anybody wants to share, you just got to raise your hand. There's a guy, David Graeber, one of the founders of the Extinction Rebellion, or Occupy it was. But he said that the ultimate hidden truth of the world is that it is something that we make and could just as easily make differently. It's a story. We need a new story. Our oneness of the human family is greater than these territories that define us and our power. All right.
I guess I am moved that by the quiet, I feel like we're all very moved, but it's also how we come together now, finding these different ways. Someone asked in the chat about how to connect with these people in these ways and these realms. The 99 days for peace, there are going to be many, many organizations and people presenting. So that would be one way to find some connection. I thought I could ask for those who are listening, if you could put into the chat the different ways that you have found for connecting into these realms. We do know that meditation, every kind of meditation brings a person into greater and greater communion. Meditation is a practice of awareness, and ceremonies, if you can find to go to ceremonies, because the ceremonies invite the divine in, and then the dreams, to be involved with your dreams and find ways to connect and listen to your dreams, and then to go into nature and be with nature. So many people are so afraid, have many fears. So finding ways to face whatever you might be afraid of, whatever fear, if it's and aversions. If you're averse to things, then that helps you. If you confront and move through your aversions, that brings you into a greater blossoming and greater connection with your own self. So, but I thought in the chat, people might be able to put some other recommendations about how you would come to participate with others that are in this realm.
Yeah, everybody's welcome here. And of course, the 99 Days of Peace through Unity gives us a chance to unite and synergize. There's many projects we're launching in World Unity Week that we will grow through those now 95 days and then share the harvest in September. So stay tuned. This is not just a one-time kind of thing. We're in this for the long haul to make the changes that we're so eager to see happen. The out of balance condition, we need to restore this.
And, I would like to add that sometimes there is this border in connecting each other because of the color or because I'm white or I'm indigenous. Those barriers of connecting with each other that presume that we are not united, but all what our elders are saying is that we have forgotten that we are as one, that we are unity, we are all together with our Mother Earth, with our relatives, the animals, with the elements, but because they had made us believe that we are different, that there are borders, we believe we are separated, but we're not. We just have forgotten that we are one Mother Earth, one planet, one human family, one love, one heart, and this is what our elders are expressing. And sometimes it is hard to jump those borders and be able to even talk with each other. Sometimes when I'm in the north and amongst white people, it's hard. It's hard to. I get sometimes like a funny face, like, where's this woman coming from? But I slowly, with a smile or with something that can connect us, touching the hearts, and it happens, the connection happens. And we've been having so many beautiful connections with people from all over the world, and this is what World Unity Week is all about. And having this space for Diego to be able to share his work in such a platform, and it's not only the ones who are here in this Zoom room, it's also all the people that are being touched through your work, Diego, through the streaming on this program, that maybe John can tell us a little bit more. Where is this stream going to? So we know the impact that this is doing.
Yeah. We have a hand. Nancy, Cynthia has her hand raised. If you could.
I see that. I'm going to bring her in. Hi, Cynthia. Can you let me see if I can unmute you, or you can unmute yourself.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm challenged.
We can hear you.
You can hear me now?
Can.
Hi. A pleasure to have taken part in this. I am a mother of 3 Mohawk snipe children.
Wow.
And I'm an emotional person. But I definitely plan on following the next 95-day journey. I'm sorry. Thank you, Diego, and everyone. I've written down notes, and I'm hoping that, seeing as though this was recorded, I can view it again. due to my health challenges, I need to see something 2 and 3 times before I understand and am able to connect. A very beautiful thing you are all doing. I told myself I'd compose myself better.
You're beautiful. You're beautiful. We love you.
Just this way.
Thank you for
All of
sharing.
our hearts. Oh my
Yes,
God.
thank you, Cynthia. You know, one of our sisters said, "You love till the stars come out of your eyes as tears." And so that is part of when our heart opens sometimes with our love and our tenderness and our care. That's what happens. It's just automatic. And then we've been told, no, don't cry, but yes, do cry, please. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Yeah.
John, a great thing you're doing. I've, like I said, made my notes, and I so hope that the Creator will give me the strength to follow. And I have dear hopes to reach out to you folks. So, with that said, Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yeah. Well, we're right here.
Yahweh.
Oh, Cynthia, thank you so much. You know, the other day, someone was in a Zoom room in our hub. We have a hub set up here. It says, "Here you belong," a room that's just dedicated if anybody needs any support at any time. This woman came into the room. She was so emotionally overcome by what was happening. She said, "The tears, I'm crying so much I can't see the leave meeting button on my Zoom window." She was trying to leave. The emotion, right? We know there's something happening. We know it.
Yes, it's very beautiful. Each time that I show the documentary or I express these words of that they come from the origin, no? It has that essence, that crystal essence of truth. Yes. So when truth goes deeply like an arrow to your heart, it can provoke everything. it can really provoke a change inside of you, and there's no like a way to go back. No, when that door opens, you have to go on. No, and there are little steps, step by step, and these doors will start opening, and you will start reconnecting to your own essence, no, and your own mission. This pilgrim that I made in the Abya in the America, when I started walking, I didn't know what I was doing, but it was a really deep feeling in my heart that I had to cut from everything that I knew, like make a really reset on my way of thinking and start walking. No, it was a very big call on my spirit that it told me, start walking. No, start walking. You have to connect with different persons, and in this way I start like awakening, no, and knowing what was my real mission, my deep purpose, no, in this life, and what is the purpose of humanity also, no. So in a way, we really have to take this courage, yes, to listen our heart, to take these little steps. There's not an express solution on how to reconnect, but there is a deep, how you say in English, like you really have to trust on you, no? It's a really deep commitment on you with yourself on how to listen. Yes, all the spiritual path talks about going to your own silence. Yes, there's not a crazy thing on this spiritual path. It's only going to that deep silence, no? And in that deep silence, we can really hear the territory. We can really listen to the territory. And that's how the elders really connect with that law of origin, no? And in that law of origin, everything talks. We can talk with water, we can talk with the birds, we can talk with the animals, and we can really listen nature and be nature, no? As you were saying, Sean, no? We are nature, no? Right. We're not separate about nature. So we really have to have that connection. And elders talks that there are like 300 types of connecting, yes, with everything. So imagine that, no?
Wow.
300 possibilities of connecting with the spirit. So we really have to encourage ourselves to really go step by step to find our mission, yes, our role in this human awakening, no? All the energies are coming together to help us. We are not alone.
Right, right. You know, Diego, if you just take a second to appreciate, I want to appreciate your journey and that courage. We have a phrase, there's a faith that's above reason. It's not within reason. And the courage that you're speaking about, Gary Malkin just before this was talking about this and how, you know, I know many of us sense that there's something for us to do. I think Picasso said the meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to give it away. And I just wonder what called you, something said, okay, I need to break from this one path to head down this other path. What's the story behind that? How'd that happen?
It's a big story. We have to make another movie about that.
All right. Give us the highlights, the trailer of the big story.
I studied graphic design in university, no, and I was an artist, a crazy artist, making also sculptures, iron sculptures. There were things that come on my mind, like visions of big creatures that I made with iron, and I make sculptures and I make graphic design. I also worked with motion graphics, making video clips for MTV, Nickelodeon, and all that big companies. And when I was 18 years old, I fly to Peru, to the Amazon, and I have my first connection with the plant medicines, no, and it really opened. I start like watching behind and having a deep connection on really trying to focus myself in other things, no, that not only like the expression of the artist that is selfish, no, in a way. And I had a deep calling of going to Brazil, and I found an elder in the mountains, and that was my first connection with an elder. That only talking with him, he canalized a Lakota chief from North America, and he have all that connection with the medicine of the crystals, but they are in Brazil, no? So he was really making that mixture of medicine. And talking with him, he really put me in a way, like he opened my conscience, no? And it was very beautiful because suddenly I started watching a rainbow but it was not a common rainbow. No, it was all orange colors, rainbows. It was in another dimension. It was very, very special, and I was crying, and I fell down my knees like to Mother Earth and started saying like thanks to that experience. And that was my big opening of consciousness in Brazil. No, so I come down to Buenos Aires, to Argentina, and I really cut everything. It was like no choice of going on like with things that I really doesn't connect with myself. No, so I quit. I have a graphic design studio that was my own studio. And I say, no to all the works that were coming. No. And I start being vegetarian also. I cut, it's very like rare here in Argentina to be vegetarian. So my family was like, what in the hell? So, and I started like growing my own vegetables in my garden. I started making yoga, meditations. And in that way, I started like connection with that energy movement. And I started feeling myself that I really had to go out and start connecting with that persons that were walking what they were saying, no? And to connect with that special hearts, no? And I don't know how, but I started writing, and I come all my writings in like a nectar, no? Like in a few lines, and I make like a flyer, no? Like a really, it was a paper, a short paper that it talks about my purpose, my deep purpose of heart to start walking and connecting elders. And some friend of me told me there is a word, that is a special word that I found, and it's called Pachakuti. And that was the first time that I started listening about Pachakuti, and I started reading about Pachakuti and say, yes, that's what is moving me, no? So in that way, I quit everything. I rent my house. I bought a camera, and I start walking, and I start meeting elders. And that elders took me to another elder, so and I thought that trip was going to be only 4 months, and it was 2 years, no, walking from Argentina to Colombia, and start meeting that elders told me, we were waiting for you, no? So thank you that you had come. We were waiting for the chaskis, no? And you are the sign of the Pachakuti, yes? You are like the symbol that these prophecies are arising again. So that's how I start.
Wow, Diego. Oh my gosh.
Trip, no? And it's been now like 10 years more or less that I'm working in this, or 12 or 13 years more or less. And since 3 years ago and a half, I make this organization that is called the Nation of the Five Sun, Nación del Quinto Sol. And now we are like a group, no? That we are unifying what is the spirit, art, and science. Yes, we have to work together in these areas. And we are making festivals, we are making workshops, we are helping elders to travel from one territory to another territory. And in a way, I think that the great vision of this is to start making educational platforms with all this knowledge, no? With the original knowledge of this law of origin, no? To try to really put all this knowledge together, because the Occidental way of learning is to separate, no? We have mathematics here, biology here, and we really, the real way of teaching the origin is all together, no? All the knowledge together has to come together, no? So we are working on that.
Beautiful. Diego, we have just a few more minutes, but Allie's here and she's had her hand up. I'm going to add her here Ali. Can you...
Hi.
Up. Unmute again. I'm sorry. Just unmute one more time.
Hi.
Yeah, hi, Ali.
I don't know exactly what I was going to say, but that video and the work that y'all have put into it is just so inspiring. So I wanted to express my gratitude and say thank you. I can really relate to, the feeling that we're feeling as like a collective about the being disconnected, and it is disheartening, but it's also inspiring because, as somebody mentioned, like this is a responsibility that we have. I wanted to just express like that this is a reminder on my my need to be responsible to my own spirituality so that I can show up for others, because I can't pour from an empty cup, but at the same time, like we fill each other's cup. And I've traveled around and done, learned spirituality from all different areas of people. And now I'm back in Indiana where I grew up, and it's like, wait, where am I? Like there's styrofoam everywhere, and it's like, oh my gosh, what can I do? And there are little things that I can do each day. And I just wanted to say thank you for the video. I am it implanted, it helped water those seeds, and reminds me that I do have a lot more that I can do in creating ceremony and bringing people together. Sometimes I can be disheartened and say, oh, well, I don't know enough, or I don't have enough to offer, but we do. And yeah, I don't know where I was going with it all, but I'm so grateful. And I look forward to staying connected with you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ali. Beautiful, beautiful.
Welcome,
all right.
Ali. I think we're out of time now, but
Yes.
I just want to say individually, the first start is to ask. That's what our prayers are. Ask. Say, ask, and then the answer can come. So just keep asking, praying.
Yeah. Have faith there. All right. We are together. We are one. Stop denying our oneness. That's what Patricia says. We have to stop denying our oneness. All right. So I'm going to stop the live stream. Diego, thank you so much for this. My gosh. This will be available, and they're streaming out, like Adriana wanted me to tell you, on many, many pages. Many people seeing this.